pop up. Pop up.
So I hear Jag's not racing tonight.
Maybe, maybe not.
His PlayStation's jacked up. Kilm said that was the same thing that happened. That was like the same thing that happened to his when you had to get a new one.
Oof.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. I guess we'll find out. But how's it going, all my gnarly ones? Welcome for a little bit of Cup Series action tonight in the NARL, emanating from the virtual Atlanta Motor Speedway. That's right. We go from the high banks of Daytona, just a little bit up north I-75 there, to the high banks of the 1.5 in Hampton, Georgia. Really iconic racetrack. Tire wear is definitely going to be a factor tonight, but we're going to see who navigates that the best. Before I get too far into tonight's festivities, I've got some booth mates with me. I got Swamp Fox. Swamp, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Try not to hack up along here. Just want to give a shout out. You drive a couple more hours north on I-75 and you'll end up running right into me and all this lovely weather we're having up here.
That's unfortunate. Nobody wants to do that. I think they'd just rather stop in Atlanta for tonight. So, sorry about your luck there, Swampy Poo.
Darn.
But also, for the first time this season, I've got Decent House in the booth. Decent, how you doing tonight?
Pretty good, man. Ready for some Cup action at Atlanta. It's gonna be a pretty good show.
Absolutely. This track, it's a lot smaller than Daytona, but it runs very similarly, with the draft playing a huge factor tonight. But as I mentioned just a few seconds ago, wear is a big issue here at Atlanta. One of the very few tracks on this game where tire wear really, really comes into play. So last season we saw N.R. Lewis pick up a win here at Atlanta, so he's the defending winner of this race, and he joined Max Boost and Draven64 as previous winners here at Atlanta. So with this track kind of similar to Daytona and in his home state, our 500 champion Captain Killam looks to be one of the favorites coming into tonight. I know Swamp's a little bit biased with this, but Swamp, do you think he's the guy to beat?
I don't know. I actually wasn't going to pick him as the guy to beat.
Oh.
Even though he's pretty, I know. Even though he's pretty dangerous about everywhere, he wasn't going to be my one to beat tonight.
Yeah, the field's pretty stacked tonight. We got 15 drivers going to tackle this 1.5 miles. And Captain Killam will be among them, our 500 champion from Thursday night, along with N.R. Lewis, our defending champion of this race. We got the Ghost. He's a two-time Xfinity winner here at Atlanta. Among others, You Already Heard, TK270 Kelvin, Lieutenant Crunch. Really stacked field tonight. Decent. Who you got your eyes on?
Well, I mean, I think Killam will be tough to beat. I also think that we got some elite guys that are going to be working together and be fast. And but this track you're going to have to be aggressive. And the first guy that comes to my mind with aggressive is the Ghost. So we'll see what happens with him. He's pretty good here. So
Yep.
Strap in. It's going to be fun.
Absolutely. I know he's had this one circled on his schedule, and he's been bugging me to get to the Xfinity race here later on this season, so we'll see how he does tonight in his first Cup start at Atlanta. Swamp, why don't you give me a few keys to the race here for Atlanta tonight?
Keys to the race: take care of your tires. I think that's gonna be a main thing. I do believe there's a little bit of strategy to play with fuel and tires. I could be wrong on that though. I'd say that just keeping your car in a good position, not much damage, and obviously just sending it.
Just sending it. That seems to be a trend here in the NARL at Atlanta. We've seen plenty of drivers send it here before. Shadowhawk comes to mind. He was always making it 3 wide here at Atlanta. And makes for some exciting racing here. So we'll see how these guys navigate their first 1.5 miles this season and see who comes out on top tonight. But as you said, tire wear, it's going to be a big talking point tonight. Decent, do you think there's any advantage to having a wheel versus a controller here at Atlanta for tire wear purposes?
I do. I mean, I think with a wheel you can just be more smooth. I think the guys with the wheel may have a slight advantage. The key to this race, though, is just keeping momentum on the bottom, keeping the left front off of the apron, because you lose a ton of momentum. just keeping that momentum up on the straightaways and being able to drive more out of your rear view mirror than you do your windshield. So that's going to be the key.
Swamp, do you think there's any tricky parts to this racetrack? Is turn 1 and 2 more difficult or less difficult than 3 and 4? Or is it kind of symmetrical all the way around?
I haven't ran this track in a while. I think it's kind of symmetrical all the way around. I would think. I assume it was. I mean, it doesn't like stand out to me like, the turn 4 off of Texas. It doesn't really stand out to me like that much. And it's pretty much like symmetrical all the way around from my knowledge.
All right. Well, it is fairly symmetrical. Turn 1 and 2 kind of drives a little bit differently. Kind of got to arc it in there, whereas 3 and 4 you can take a more direct approach. And but for the main portion of this lap, it's almost full throttle all the way around. So going to be interesting to see how these guys can keep up their momentum and see if they can make the high lane work at all instead of just bottom feeding the whole time. But we'll check that out as soon as the race starts. These guys should be finishing up qualifying any minute, so we'll see who gets pole.
Definitely a lot of one groove action, so it's going to take some desperation moves into 1 and 3 both to make passes for sure.
See if I can't find a stream to turn on here. Kebro's streaming, perfect.
Yeah, I think going off that, I think your corner arc is going to be important, but also not letting anybody get underneath you in that arc.
So, defending winner of this race, NR Lewis, is on the pole. So, picking up right where he left off last season here at Atlanta, he's going to be leading the field to green tonight with our Daytona 500 champion, Captain Killam, on the outside of the front row. So, a couple of the heavy hitters there right on the front row to lead this field to the green flag tonight. Love to see it.
Lewis picking up 2 points for Team Elite, so that's a good start. Good start to the night for those boys.
Absolutely. Pole does award 2 points here in the North American eRacing League. So Sharp's going to be lining up third. He's pretty good here at Atlanta. Didn't mention him. Kebro will be fourth. Rounding out your top five is Lieutenant Crunch in the number 24 this season. So
that's so weird to see.
It is. I've never seen Crunch in anything other than the 88 prior to this season, and we can go ahead and join. Yes. Do you guys need invites?
I got some.
You need some invites?
I'm good. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and jump on in here. 162 laps at Atlanta tonight. About 30 seconds a lap, so it should take, I don't know, about an hour, 15, hour, 20 minutes here.
See if I can't hack up this long before then.
Swamp is having breathing issues tonight.
Oh, I can breathe all right.
Just need to get you a few beers. You'll be all right.
Yeah, that might be why I feel so bad.
All right, as we load in here to the Folds of Honor Quick Trip 500. Just now going through corner number 1 and out of corner number 2 here at the start of this race. Inside the right lane, really got going. Captain Killam fell back to about 6th place on the initial start. And gets put in the wall there going into turn 3 as these guys are trying to figure out their lines. So Killam from the front row all the way to the back.
I'm not sure what happened there to kill him get in the fence, but definitely he just lost a ton of track position. That's not a good start to his race.
Not a good start at all as NR Lewis paces the field here, followed closely by the RKR teammates of Sharp and Lieutenant Crunch there. So we've got 2 Elite, 2 RKR here in the top 4.
Yeah, and I can tell you, Killam's been worried about getting doored by a lot of these guys, newer guys this season. I know he's not going to be too happy about that one.
Yeah, a lot of rookies in the field this season. Some impressive Xfinity guys from last season and a couple of truck guys from last season as well who racked up quite a few wins down there in the truck series. They've gotten to call up the cup.
Got a great battle here for second between teammates, 24 and the 9. Looks like, is that Crunch in the 24?
That is Crunch. crunching the 24.
That is weird to see him in another car other than the 88. But yeah, good pass by him, and open the door for Kevbro. He's going for second now.
Yeah, I've never seen crunch in anything other than the 88, going back multiple leagues here. So it's definitely a change trying to get adjusted to him in the 24 this season. But he has moved over there for RKR. Big Jim up to fourth, 3. Tommy D rounds out your top 5 in the 19. But Kevbro clipped the apron just a little bit coming out of turn 4. Allowed Jim to get on the outside, taking a look here going into 1. But bottom feeding around the inside lane there. The whole field on the inside lane except for Jim.
Yeah, but Jim does a good job there. He hung there on the door, and then he actually got the draft for the guys in the back stretch that were up high. That allowed him to win a spot.
Crunch missed the bottom on the entry of 3. He's going to lose a handful of spots here.
They're getting jumbled.
Yeah, Jim just... Tommy slides up into Jim right there.
Tommy clipped the apron on the entry of 1, slides up the track into Jim. So we're now on board with Killam trying to make his way up through the field after that turn lap 1 debacle. Back up to about 6th place right now. Daytona 500 champion for season 4, Captain Killam. Finally got that monkey off his back. Right now, Elite Row, though, is sitting 1, 2, 3 with You Already Heard up to 3rd place in the 18.
Yeah, Joe's made up quite a few spots here to start this race. I know he was pretty excited about this track, he and Liz both. So watch for those Elite boys to do some work tonight, working together. But Ghost has now made his way into 3rd. Yep. He was my dark horse for this race. So good-looking car as well in the Columbia 43.
I do love that Columbia scheme. That's one of the best-looking schemes in this entire game. Kevbro to the point, though, followed closely by his teammate You Already Heard. Ghost trying to get 3rd from N.R. Lewis. Sharp sitting right here at 5th, watching it all happen in front of him.
Do we have a number of laps on stages, Gator?
There are 51 laps here in stage number 1. I'm on board with Kevbro on his stream here. Wait to see him swap over to tire wear and fuel, see how many pit stops they have to make. I assume it's only 1.
Yeah, if I remember right, you can get about 26, 27 laps if you can take care of your stuff.
Yeah, not much fuel saving here at Atlanta as you're wide open most of the way around this track. So if you're trying to save fuel, it's probably not going to happen tonight. It's more about tire wear.
Yeah, no, you're definitely going to burn through those tires before you need fuel. Niner Sharp got into the wall there.
Sharp's going to get shuffled out of line, get moved up the track by Captain Killam. As he continues his march back in front of this field up to 4th place. Big Jim looking to follow him through. N.R. Lewis there as well.
LD Allen looking pretty strong in the Quinn Huff 00, giving Quinn a ride of his life tonight here in Atlanta.
Hey, he gave Quinn the ride of his life Thursday night at Daytona, coming up just short of a Daytona 500 championship, finishing 2nd to Captain Killam in the big race. So LD Allen looking to continue that momentum here early on in his rookie season in the Cup Series.
Yeah, and I think Allen might be kind of like a dark horse the whole season. You know, I don't know if he'll win a race, but I could see him running really well and finding himself a way into the playoffs.
Allen's not the fastest driver, but he might be the most consistent of anybody.
Yes.
Last season in the Xfinity Series, he only finished outside the top 8 once all season. 30 races, I believe, and only once outside the top 8. So you can bank on him getting a very good finishing position.
Yeah, I had 30 races last year with Allen, and he was always at the front at the end. It seemed to be always there for stage points as well. So
kind of like Gator in his race-winning cars, always near the front, but could just never get it done.
Definitely consistent for sure.
Absolutely. So right now he's riding the high lane with Tommy D below him. be able to
got a little loose there off forward.
be able to clear it. Got one in
Ooh,
the wall
goes
here
to-
going into one.
That Ghost just, I think he just missed his entry into one. He pancaked the right side on the entry to one there and just lost about 5 spots.
I can say I've done that quite a few times.
It's very easy to do here. There's a ton of bumps on the entry of these corners, and sometimes, you know, especially if you're on a controller, you kind of just, I guess it's just a lack of, you know, you do this so many times in a row that your thumb just kind of gets a little tired. You just kind of lean out there a little bit too far.
This is one of the bumpiest tracks in the game, and there is a huge bump going right there into turn one that could have upset this car. But I'm prone to hitting the outside wall going into turn one of these mile-and-a-halfs, Atlanta, Chicago, to name a couple. Done it before, I'll do it again.
Yeah, it kind of makes the car feel like it's a little light.
Right now, we just got a train around the inside lane of this racetrack. About 10 cars here in the lead group. A couple have fallen off. Back behind this, looks like Plum is the first car outside of this pack.
It looks like Joe is content here with pushing Kevbro, just continuously pushing him, but now Captain Killam looking inside for second place.
Captain Killam is looking for second place. He's going to put You Already Heard up the racetrack. Keeps it out of the wall, though. Good job there. So move Killam back up to second place right where he started. It's been impressive watching him drive through this whole field, though. Got a fast car here tonight early on.
I think what makes Killam so good at these tracks is he's got a wheel, but he's very smooth and consistent with the wheel. So tracks like these benefit him pretty good, you know, super speedways in these types of tracks.
Took a peek for the lead down the back straightaway, thought better of it. Kevbro through just a tiny block. Doesn't want to give it away just yet.
Man, these guys are racing hard.
That they are.
No tire saving or anything going on right now.
Kevbro defending down the back straightaway there, goes all the way to the yellow line. Keep Killam at bay.
We are seeing some pretty good give and take here on corner entry, though. Some guys are, letting off a little bit, not forcing into the corner, which is good to see. I know that was a challenge last year in the Xfinity series. So, as you already heard, looking outside of Jim here for third, that would have been a power move had he pulled that off.
Well, what he needed to clear Big Jim there was he needed his teammate Kevbro to come up and pick him up with the draft.
Kevbro's got 9 laps left of fuel, but he's already down to the 30% on his right side tires. Dropping pretty quick. Got to make it a few more laps to make it halfway in the stage.
Yeah, so question for you, is there any disadvantage on your tires for being out in front of the pack?
No, not really. It's got to make it about 6 more laps to make it halfway in the stage here to be able to do it.
There might be a slight disadvantage on the fuel swamp. I mean,
fuel, yes. Tires, not really.
These guys following along in, second, third, fourth, they're kind of half throttle, 3/4 throttle going into these corners while the leader's pretty much wide open. So Kevbro might, I'm not going to say he's going to pit a lap early, but he might be, hurting more than these guys behind him.
We'll see how this plays out with pit stops looming here. And about a handful of laps as Kevbro is still out front. He has led the majority of this race so far. Big Jim taking a look for second place under Killam. Not going to have the draft to keep it up there. So You Already Heard is going to get alongside Jim for third.
It looks like either it's the glitch for NASCAR Heat or Kelvin's lagged out. He's sitting on pit road currently in the 88 car.
Yeah, Kevin said he might end up being a starting park here tonight due to his internet. Oh, as Jim makes a little bit of contact with the left rear Killam. Moves him up the track.
Thought we were going to go full wide there.
Fight for second.
Lewis got the fence here, battling with Nick.
Jim's going to be able to clear for second. Here comes Allen for third.
There's good racing everywhere.
Yeah, I'm watching the leaders, but this pack behind them, they're really going at it as well. Here's Nick in the 48, driving the throwback already, early on this season. Nick just couldn't wait until Darlington to pull out that throwback. He's running it here at Atlanta.
Jim just gave Kepler the chrome horn going into one, knocked him off the track.
For the lead. Big Jim and Kevro side by side here. Jim's going to have the preferred line here in 3 with a push from Captain Killam. And we've got another lead change here tonight. Big Jim to the front.
Pit road. Oh no, Lewis just spun out and wrecked him getting on the pit road. Tommy D is also on pit road.
There's Lewis getting it spun back around. That's going to cost him a lot of time. And he's got some damage to repair. Still early on in this race. It's not a race killer, but it's going to ruin his stage 1.
Yeah, he should be able to stay on the lead lap, I would think.
Let's see if anybody else pits. None of the leaders pitted this time by. Tommy D on pit lane as well.
I'll be curious here. None of these guys currently have any adjustments in their cars. I'll be curious to see. Looks like the 2 elite boys are also pitting the 20 and the 18. But I'll be curious to see once these guys get some setups if they can get a little more spread out or if they'll continue to be in a pack.
There comes Joe. You already heard. And Kevbro coming in the pit. So all 4 elite drivers will have pitted already. Everybody else stays on the racetrack for another lap. So elite trying a short pit strategy. I2 ball stick for you also on pit lane.
Yeah, and that might work out for them, get some fresh rubber and some faster laps, and if they can make it to the end of the stage, then they're good. They'll gain that advantage.
Killam coming in.
All by himself.
Everybody else stays out another lap. Plum's in the pits.
I'm the team owner of Elite, but I had some other meetings this morning, so I missed the strategy meeting. I had no idea about this early pitting.
Looks like Sharp has signaled to come down pit lane this time by. So the driver of the 9 looking to hit the pits. Jim also coming in. Here comes Allen with a late audible. All the leaders coming in.
Everybody decides to come in.
That 48 car is pretty cool looking.
All the RKR boys on pit lane. F76 on pit lane. This is the rest of your leaders coming down here for their first stop of the night here in stage number 1.
I know Joe is pushing the 20 car right now, trying to get every tenth.
The fresh
try
tires
to get out ahead of these guys.
The fresh tires should prevail here once stops cycle through. So Kevbro and Joe, Captain Killam, these should be your leaders once everything's done with. However, they will have run a couple laps on these tires, so fresher tires may run them down. They should take the lead here. And they will do so as they round turn number 2.
They might get far enough ahead that the other pack might have trouble catching them. Even with draft, we'll see.
3-car breakaway for the lead. Daytona 500 champion Captain Killam. Kevbro, you already heard. Right now your top 3 here in stage number 1 of the North American eRacing League's Cup Series at Atlanta Motor Speedway. The Folds of Honor Quick Trip 500. Race number 2 of this season number 4. Just getting started this season. Long break, glad to be back in action. I think it was a much deserved break after last season.
Oh, it was needed for everybody.
it really tested the field last season.
Yeah.
It's definitely
here
a long
we are.
season for sure. It's longer when you don't win a race. I can promise you that. I can attest to it.
Yeah, when you're back marker, it's not much fun.
It's pretty long when you got a bunch of race-winning cars and can never find victory lane.
I had a few of those too, Gator. Trust me, I'm right there with you.
Oh, you're saying Decent House has race-winning cars?
No, I didn't say that.
Oh, you don't want to join that boat with me? You don't want to go?
No,
you don't want to go down the hill that I've gone down?
No, I think I'd rather drown than join that boat, bud.
Man, I'm trying to find somebody to join it with me. I can't be the only one taking the brunt of this all the time. As the leaders, the top three still out front. Everybody else formed up behind them, trying to run them down here. About 20 laps to go in stage number 1. They do have fresher tires than group behind. Will they be able to catch them? They've got about a second and a half, these leaders have, over that next group.
Yeah, well, that group behind them, they've only got 3, and they seem to be a little more racy.
Led by LD Allen and Big Jim of F76 Motorsports. Got Sharp behind them. He's pretty good here at Atlanta. Likes this place. Nick is in this front group over the second group as well.
You know, Nick is another one of those guys that is could win in a place like this because he is aggressive. He makes a bold moves, so you know this is a track that you can do that and get away with it. So Nick is another guy that we should probably watch out for the rest of the way.
Nick was one of the more aggressive drivers in the Xfinity Series last season, so he knows how to turn up the wick if he has to. And that is a good point. This track is very well suited to aggressive drivers and racing. As Jim gets a run on his teammate Allen down the back straightaway, but kind of lets off in turn 3, keeps Allen ahead. Got a comment in the chat, TK270. Kelvin says, this just in, decent house to join Gas in NARL in Season 5. That's right, come get some of these race-winning cars.
Decent house is retiring for Season 5.
Come get some of these race-winning cars, I got plenty of them.
Throw me one in Xfinity this season, I'll show you how to get done.
If I win once in Xfinity this season, I think I'll be happy.
Yeah, me and you both. I just think that Xfinity done.
Swamp's made more Xfinity starts than most everybody and still hasn't picked up that dub.
I got the most
waiting to find it.
finishes.
Yeah, you do have a record for second place finishes. As the front group has kind of maintained their gap about 1.7 seconds ahead of the second group.
So if this continues on as it is, Gator, I mean, we've got 2 elite guys versus 1 TJR. They're working together to get away from the second pack, but you know, Killen's probably going to be a sitting duck if you know the last couple laps of this run.
Yeah, they're going to try to sort it out amongst themselves later on in this run. Right now, working together to secure themselves a top 3 finish here in the first stage. But they will try to get around Captain Killen. You can bet on that.
Oh, somebody just lagged out. Nick.
Right. We'll see if Nick actually lagged out. It's happened multiple times where he's disappeared off the screen and he's still racing. So we'll check in on Nick.
No, his car went straight to the wall on my screen.
Yeah, maybe TK can get an update on Nick since he's in the chat.
Oh, they are teammates, aren't they?
That they are.
That'd be a shame. Nick had a pretty decent run going,
Yeah,
and
just talking
like
about
I said, this track fits his driving style. So,
but it happened a couple times in Xfinity last season where his car just disappears. He was the only one. His car would just disappear.
Shout out 704.
Yep. But
still waiting on that ticker. I don't know about you guys.
I still only see one car on pit lane on Kevbro's stream, so I think Nick is still racing.
Shout out 704.
Yeah, for sure.
Or Nick's internet, one of the two.
Do we have a lap count? Any laps left?
Yeah, I'll get it next time by here on Kevbro's stream. About half a lap behind on this stream. So we will be coming to 10 to go here. Stage 1. That second group has caught these guys by about 3/10, though. We might have a race out of it.
Yeah, and don't forget that move that Kill made on You Already Heard earlier in this stage. Kind of gave him a little bump and sent him up the track. It was for second, maybe. So, be interesting to see what happens here.
So we've got 2 3-car groups here. The second 3-car group has got a couple lap fresher tires. has caught this front group by a few tenths here in the last couple of laps. Will they have enough time to catch them, though? As Kebro slides up the track, You Already Heard gets by for second.
It's going to help the second group out a ton. Looks like Kebro's getting a little bit loose here. You Already Heard. I can guarantee you in the chat was saying, "Let me buy Kevin so we can get back in line and keep these keep this second pack behind us, because another move like that and we got a 6-car race for first place."
Yeah, that second group's down to about a second after that move. I think they're going to catch them, but how much time will they have to work with when they get there? We were less than 10 to go in stage number 1. Captain Killam runs half a lane up the track. You Already Heard right there on the yellow line. Two veterans here in the North American eRacing League. 2 Final Four drivers in all 3 seasons so far. Right now pacing your field out front here at Atlanta, stage number 1.
You know, I've been racing with Kebro for quite a while now, and I would say that I'm impressed with this 3rd place run, but then again I'm not. He can turn it up as well. Showed it last year in the Xfinity series, so I'm excited to see what Kebro can do this year in the 20 car.
Yeah, you know, like you just said, he's a rookie, but yeah, along with what you just said, I'm not surprised to see him up there either. He's got a lot of speed.
Coming to 6 to go here in stage 1. Captain Killam still out front. You Already Heard right there on his bumper. Still right there with You Already Heard. Seeing if they can team up on Killam here to end the stage. Oh, You Already Heard he either got loose or he took a peek there.
Yeah, I think these guys are starting to get a little loose.
That second pack is kind of stalled out at 1 second behind this front group.
It looks like Lewis is going to come close to losing a lap, but I think he's probably going to be okay here.
Oh, here's You Already Heard, hits the apron. Really aggressive move there into 1. Just missed the entry a little bit. Slides up the track. That's definitely going to help the second group.
Yeah, they might have
back
to
to second
now.
Coming to 4 to go. It's going to be close for Jim, Sharp, and Allen. You Already Heard clips the wall going into 1. The driver of the 18 just off of his game right now. Got to regroup. Here comes Jim. He should have that draft, and if not, he's going to be really close to it. Kebro all over the back bumper of Killam. Killam defends the low lane. Kebro with a shot from his teammate.
Allen's kind of fallen off here a little bit in the second pack, so now it's, you know, he's not staying tucked in. I think that might be hurting the second pack here just a little bit. We got 2 to go this time?
Coming to 2 to go. When will Kebro, You Already Heard, make their move on Killam? Can they make their move on Killam?
Heard bounced it off the apron again.
Yeah, they've kind of fallen off just a little bit here. Big Jim has caught them. We've got a 6-car group here battling for 5 spots, 5 points paying positions here in stage 1. The elite guys side by side. Killam's getting away.
I think Kebro might have got the apron right there.
3 wide. Jim to second.
And these guys,
1 to go.
I think pitting early might have backfired on the elite boys, because they are, it seems like they're a little bit more out of control than the cars behind them.
Yeah, they're struggling right now.
Yeah, those cars are all over the place.
Jim up to second. Can he catch Killam? I don't believe so. 1 more corner for Killam. Captain Killam is going to take stage 1 here tonight. Big Jim's going to get second. Who's going to get third? I think it's going to be Sharp, just by a hair. Joe
third.
4th, Allen 5th.
Yeah, Sharp definitely got Joe there at the line. That was pretty good stage 1. Exciting.
Absolutely. Caution free there, stage 1. not too much contact. These guys are on their game tonight.
Yeah, that was a really good stage there for those guys. Really good stage to watch too.
Absolutely. Nick is still racing, so I'm going to go ahead and disconnect real quick and accept another invite. That way I can pick Nick back up here for the start of stage 2. Thank you, 704.
Could be Nick just trolling us too.
Every time. All right.
Just to think, boys, we're only one stage out of 3 done.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we saw how important these guys and how much you guys are going to be racing for stage points here. As Captain lines up number 1, P2, and tell him P1, P2. I can't talk tonight.
As I'm going to go ahead and go blue screen here for just a second to get TK270 an invite here back to the lobby, and then I will join back in.
Starting on that high side there, kill Jim there.
Never mind, he's showing offline. I am not scrolling all the way down my list. Not showing online, and I'm not scrolling down 300 people. Got a race going on. So we're loading back in here. As we've just missed a couple of laps here at the start of stage 2.
I'll be interested to see here how Lewis, rebounds from the early misfortune of getting on pit road last season's winner of this race. So we'll see if he can rebound and help the elite boys out a little bit up front.
All right, we're back in. Killam's still out front here. Sharp up to second place though.
Sharp has had a pretty consistent run so far, staying within the top 5. Looking pretty good in the Chase Elliott number 9 car. That's who my pick is to win the Clash tomorrow night, either the 9 or the 19. So
Really going out on a limb there, huh?
right?
Yeah, that's not a very bold bet there, Diesel.
When you got money on it, that's
Got a pass for the lead, as you already heard. Takes it from Captain Killam here. Sharp for second. Here comes Ghost for third. There's Nick again. We can see his car trying to take fourth from Killam. Killam going to drop all the way to fifth.
Oh, Jim in the wall off too. Pretty hard. Pretty heavy contact for the 3. Gonna lose the spot here to Lewis.
Slide back here just a little bit. Try to get some of this side-by-side going on. Tommy D, haven't mentioned him too much. Moving on up in the field, right behind his teammate Lewis. Daytona 500 pole sitter this season. Rookie
Definitely
here in the Cup Series.
Definitely excited to have Tommy on board in Elite. I think good things are coming from him. Definitely pretty talented, so excited to see what he can do this season in the Cup Series.
Got the call up the Cup after winning 5 consecutive truck races last season. An NARL record there in any series. 5 in a row for Tommy D as he is trailing last car in this lead group.
Looks like we got a battle for the lead here. Sharp looking under Joe in the 18.
Yeah, this front group is starting to fight hard. Side by side, 3 rows deep.
Yeah, and look who found their way back up there, that 95.
Lewis loves himself some Atlanta.
I think Lewis started tail end there, so
yeah.
He's definitely made a lot of moves here, getting in position. I can see him being a force to be reckoned with by the time this is over with.
Yeah, you already heard now, stuck on the outside, Sharp, killing Lewis. Tommy D here, trying to see if he lets his teammate in or if he goes underneath. Nope, gonna let him in.
Nick just got the apron there in 3 and 4. He's going to lose about 4 spots. On the outside of Plum here.
Plum, we didn't mention. Oh, made some contact with Nick there off the corner. Plum, we didn't mention him too much in stage number 1. He lost the draft there. Got it right now. See if he can get that 10 car up front. Plum, free agent, signed with TJR in the offseason. Was originally slated to run Xfinity, but got a late call up here to Cup after an unexpected release in their team. So Plum right now learning these Cup cars. The second group needs to get this sorted out pretty quick or they're going to lose too much time.
Yeah, especially with how hard this front group's fighting.
Yeah, you already heard hanging tough on that outside lane with the Ghost. Jim on the low line, giving Ghost a push. Nick down there as well. Nick might be twitching just a little bit. Nothing too major. All right, now Sharp still out front here at Atlanta. Top 3 are Sharp, Captain Killam, and NARL Lewis. As Ghost hits the apron, he's going to go all the way up the track. That's going to make it 3 wide for 4th. Oh, he gets hit by You Already Heard.
Man, that looked similar.
I think Joe had a little bit of help there from the 48 maybe. If not, that's just heavy contact for the 43 for sure.
Yeah, tough break for Ghost there.
That's going to allow these 3, Sharp, Lewis, and Killam, to kind of break away a little bit.
Yeah, Ghost goes all the way to the end of this group. All sorts of track position lost. Plum out of the draft again. Unfortunate couple of stages for Plum. One other driver back here, Ballstick, also out of the draft here in stage number 2.
Yeah, not that Plum wasn't expected to run Cup with TJR, but I definitely think he has what it takes to be competitive. Just going to take a little bit of time to get used to the cars and find some speed.
Yes.
Plum is definitely a very good driver for Eldora for sure, and done well for Elite last year in the Truck Series. So, yeah, I'll be excited to see if Plum does well. He done well for Elite last year, so I'm kind of pulling for him a little bit, you know, as a former teammate.
Yeah, these Cup cars, they drive completely different from the Xfinity and the truck cars, so a little bit of an adjustment period here maybe for Plum as he tries to get some setups down for these longer Cup races instead of, you know, these quick hitter publics, obviously.
Yeah, that, and I just want to mention it's a different group of guys that you race around, and you gotta learn them, and it's just a whole lot different, as I'm sure they'll find out in Xfinity as you race around some of these guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Got some new drivers here, some old drivers, but this group is still trying to learn each other as they're only 2 races into the season. Well, race and a half, I guess. First race being a plate race, so still trying to learn each other's tendencies and whatnot. As we've got a front group of 6 here that have broken away from the rest of the field.
I'm watching this back group, and Ghost just used Tommy D as a banking board back here. That was pretty intense.
I'm sure Ghost is not the happiest of drivers right now after what happened there on the front straightaway, getting put in the wall, either on purpose or inadvertently, whatever the case may be. But dropped all the way back. He's trying to work his way back up to the front. As Kebro's got about 9 laps of fuel left, 33 laps here left in stage number 2.
I just want to ask a little question here about how hard is it to pass the leader here at Atlanta?
I wouldn't say it's super hard, to be honest with you. Get a really good run out at 2. Most people prefer to make their move going into turn 3. But it's not super hard to do.
I just find it interesting that Kilm hasn't really made a move, attempted to make a move on Sharp. Especially with...
Yeah, it might just be riding right now. As this front group of 6 is really tight right now. Right up on each other. Not much room for error here in this front group. As Kilm now, there you go, Swamp. Kilm now makes his move. Back to the front, the 14 goes.
No commentator curse. Potentially call that one.
Lewis now come through for second. Maybe taking a look on Kilm. Not going to get there.
No, Kilm kind of runs a little bit higher than everybody else. He runs about a half lane higher than everybody else.
Lewis now looking under Kilm, but Kilm still maintains the top spot for now as he gets... Oh, that was close. He almost chopped Lewis off.
If I'm not mistaken, I think Captain Killam runs the hood cam, correct?
Yeah, I believe so.
Either that or in-car.
So man, it's tough to do because you got to rely on the game spotter or your spotter if you have one from your team or whatever. I've never ran the hood cam or the in-car camera just for the simple fact that I'd like to know where my right rear and left rear are at all times. So yeah, whenever you're going into those corners, especially in those cameras, I feel like you're at a little bit of a disadvantage. That's my opinion, but he makes it work, it seemed like. So we're talking about the Daytona 500 winner, so yeah, he must be doing something right.
Well, after stage number 1, Lewis goes from 0 to hero here in stage 2, takes over the lead.
I know Lewis is a big fan of this track. Runs well here, so it's good to see him out front again after some trouble on pit road. And then Joe following through in second. Looks like Killam looking underneath. It's not going to get there though.
Lewis has taken the lead for the first time tonight. Got the pole, but fell back pretty quickly. Had some troubles there getting on pit lane during pit stops in stage number 1. Almost cost him a lap, but has worked his way all the way back through the field to the point. Lewis with a fast number 95 tonight here at Atlanta, defending winner of this race.
I'll be honest with you boys, I've had a few beers tonight. My eyes might be playing tricks on me, but it looks like the 43 and those boys are catching the first pack.
They might be.
I would have to agree with you there. I have not had any beers tonight. I would agree. Oh, Lewis is sideways.
Lewis! Oh no, he did it again!
Man.
Lewis wrecked it again getting on pit lane. Looked like he
lost quite as much time this time, but yeah, that's definitely a heartbreaker.
Looked like he might have gotten a bump from his teammate Hurd.
Dead. He's gonna have damage to fix now, and
looked like he might have gotten a bump from his teammate Hurd there if they came on the pit lane.
Oh!
Killam is wrecked getting on pit lane.
Killam looked like he got all kinds of loose there, and Ghost hit him. And Killam was like all the way up the track, and Ghost hit him.
Ghost has got a ton of damage. I'm not sure if that's from previous wreck or he's got a lot of damage though.
It's from that incident right there.
Killam's car still trying to figure it out here on pit lane.
Yeah, it was tough.
That is a huge loss for Killam.
He really struggled getting on the pit road there.
As the rest of the leaders have made their way down. Sharp, Nick, the Ghost, the last to hit pit lane. I believe youalreadyhurd is going to be the leader after this all cycles through. Got a pretty good gap here over Allen, Kev Pro. Tommy
Killam
D.
is a huge loser here. He might be a lap down by the time this is over with, boys.
Yeah.
He's still sitting on pit road right now. He might have a speeding penalty as well.
Big Jim's going to come out in second place, but he's going to be a couple seconds behind Hurd.
Captain Killam definitely has a speeding penalty. He's still sitting on pit road.
Big troubles for Captain Killam.
Looks like Killam is now. Yeah, he's off pit road now.
I believe he's lost a lap, maybe two.
Yeah, I think he has lost a lap, Gator. Tell you what, I'm pretty impressed with Nick here. Nick and I had some issues in the Xfinity series. We didn't see eye to eye on some things, but man, he's running a good race tonight. Running P3 right now, looks like.
I'm gonna back out.
Okay.
I'm gonna back out so I can pick up next.
Okay. Send Kevin an invite while you're out, please.
Yep, I'll send you another one too, just in case that happens again.
Kevin said he's showing online now. As Hurd's got a pretty good gap over the second group of 5 cars, led by Sharp, Jim, Nick, Allen, and Kev Bro.
Looks like the biggest losers from that pit stop there was NR Lewis in 95. Got loose getting on pit road again. Maybe he got his pit road problems out of the way for stage 3. Still got a long race to go.
Got a fast car, but throwing away stage points in both stages tonight.
For sure, and then also Ghost in the 43. He had some heavy damage, so he's lost a lot of spots here. And then of course Captain Killam with his issues on pit road, whether it was his doing or not, I didn't see
Nick
it.
hits the apron, gets into Kev Bro. But going back to Nick, what you said, I just think the Xfinity series as a whole last season, they were not bashful with one another, that's for sure. Tempers flared on and off track. Lots of rivalries there. It was intriguing to watch, intriguing to listen to, intriguing to see.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I was a part of it. Quite a few talented guys, quite a few aggressive drivers. You know, some drivers that were more respectful than others, but you know, it did make for some good racing, and obviously it produced some pretty good talented drivers. So I think those guys will learn a lot though up here in the Cup Series. I think it'll be a learning curve for them.
The Xfinity series last year kind of reminded me of your Friday night short track racing. Your local short track racing where they go out and beat and bang on each other on track and then in the pits.
You know, Swamp, I couldn't agree with you more. I was a part of it, so I'm right there with you, man. It was fun, but you know, it was kind of a little frustrating at times.
Don't look now. Sorry, I drank some Pepsi down the wrong throat, down the wrong chute. But Sharp ran down. You already heard, passing for the lead here.
Yeah, Sharp's got a pretty good car tonight. I'm pretty impressed with Sharp. Big Jim is up there as well, and I'm telling you, LD Allen just continues to run up front, continues to be consistent, running P4 right now. So
maybe to the
right
surprise of some, Sharp was the points leader after Daytona coming into the night.
He's looking good to try to stay on top.
Absolutely, that 9 car's up in the front of the field right now, led by Big Jim, who's made his way up to second place. You already heard, drops to third. Got Allen right there in contention in fourth. I'm still choking on Pepsi. Down the wrong pipe that went, as we are coming to 15 to go. Big Jim right on the back bumper of Sharp. You already heard there as well, and Allen creating a 4-car breakaway here for the lead in stage number 2. 3 Chevrolets, 1 Toyota. RKR, F76, Elite, and F76. 3 teams represented in the top 4. Are these guys willing to just ride, or are they going to make some moves?
think it's a little too early to make some moves here yet. Really strong
Nope.
four.
Nope. Jim says
Well,
that's the wrong answer, Swamp.
that's okay.
Jim
2 for
goes
2
through
that night.
to the lead. First time Jim has led tonight, I believe.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think so too.
Sharp goes from first all the way to fourth. Ooh, Allen with a late move on You Already Heard.
Man, he sent it in there.
Yeah, Hurd's not going to like that one.
No.
He's going to remember that for later.
Oh yeah.
Allen might get a bad block thrown on him. But F76 now 1 and 2 on this race. Sharp washed it up a little bit off of turn number 2. Almost got the wall. Allowed You Already Heard to get a nose there going into 3, but Sharp pushes him down almost onto the apron. You Already Heard had to back out of it. These top 4 battling really hard right now. All in stage point position here. Top 5 are awarded stage points here in the North American eRacing League. And the winner of each stage gets a bonus. They get a little 1 playoff point. Good for the first round of the playoffs, if they make it in. So we got 3 Chevrolets out front. Big Jim, LD Allen, Sharp. You Already Heard keeping in touch there in 4th. As we'll be coming to 9 to go here in stage 2. We'll move back around here, see what else is going on. Nick and Kebro battling for 5th there. Looks like Tommy D and who else? Tommy D and Lieutenant Crunch here battling for 7th, I believe it is. Ghost and Plum. Allen gets shuffled out of 2nd as I was scrolling around. Sharp back up to 2nd.
He did, yeah. It looked like him and Joe might have just swapped a little bit of paint on the backstretch.
Not surprised.
Not wrecking each other, but a little bit of hey. Not happy with you.
LD Allen, fresh off of a win in our PC2 series on Saturday night, in an epic finish at Watkins Glen. In the rain, barely holding off a hard-charging Gander and Ronnie Mack to pick up his first PC2 win. Trying to take that confidence here to Atlanta. Sharp gets under Jim for the lead.
It looked like there was a little bit of lag going on there.
Kinda.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of lag from Sharp getting into turn 1 there, Swamp.
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes it seems like it looks like they lag a little bit going into turn 1 with that bump, how it is. That looked different than the other times this race.
It was sus.
Yeah, it was big sus.
Very sus. Jim gonna look underneath.
Sus.
Sharp tried to close the door, but Jim was already there. Fight for the lead again.
Looks like Joe's filling that spot in 2nd. Gonna leave Sharp to hang here.
Yep. Sharp going to go all the way to the back of this 4-car pack. I believe as Allen looks to get underneath. Is Sharp going to close the door? No, he cannot.
As this fighting continues, Kebro and Nick might be closing in on these boys just a little bit. Yeah.
Fight for the lead now. You already heard he's under Jim. These guys are fighting hard. We are coming to about 5 to go here in the stage. So these guys are wearing their tires out.
I got 4 to go this time, Gator.
4 to go this time. Side by side for the lead. Jim and Hurd. Sharp and Allen pushing either of them.
I'm currently watching Kevbro's stream, and they are definitely catching these front four. It's just I just don't think they have quite enough laps, but definitely making a little ground here.
They're going to be pretty close if these guys keep fighting like they are. Jim hanging tough there on the outside lane. Does not want to give it up. Joe does take over the top spot with just a few laps to go here in stage number 2. Sharp looking underneath Allen. Old teammates there. A couple of pure teammates from last season. Sharp back to second.
This is 2 to go right here, boys. 2 to go. Stage 2.
Jim through the grass just a little bit. Sharp almost near the apron. Had to back out of it.
Going to be interesting to see how aggressive Sharp is here.
Joe's going to defend. Goes all the way down to the line. Coming to the white flag here in stage number 2. Joe clips the apron. Can Sharp find a way around? Kebro and Nick are just going to run out of time. Sharp to the high side. Joe defends low.
Ooh, Jim sending in there a little bit on
Joe.
Allen.
Yeah, Joe washed up, but he's going to be able to defend here. It looks like he does. You already heard. Kebro into the wall as you already heard take stage 2. I think Jim got second, and it was who's who between Sharp and Allen for third. Kebra might have blew a tire there off of 4. He went straight to the wall. That's going to give the 5th spot to Nick.
That's what I'm thinking. He ended up 6th in that stage, but yeah, I think there was a tire issue right there. Sure. Man, that was quite a stage 2.
Crazy racing there in stage 2.
Like Larry Mack says, you got to reach up there and pull those belts tight one more time for stage 3. This is going to get intense.
Buckle up, Buttercup. Things are getting racy here in the North American eRacing League. These guys are getting aggressive tonight. Clean, but aggressive. So you already heard with his first stage win of the season. Big Jim got second, Sharp third, Allen fourth, Nick rounding out your top 5.
There's a lot of composure shown there by You Already Heard. It's definitely being in this league this long. It definitely helped him right there for sure.
Lost a spot on pit lane though.
That 18 crew, I'm telling you, man. As a Kyle Busch fan, they were disappointing this year, as well as the driver. So I'm hoping Joe can step in and do better than what Kyle did last year.
Well, they just disappointed him on pit lane. He lost a spot and had to restart to the outside lane. He was lucky to get down so soon.
Do we know is Kellum on the lead lap? Or was he 2 laps down?
I was hoping Kevro would scroll down, but I still do not know. You could tune in to Kill 'em stream on Discord.
I got the Buckeyes on.
Oh, nobody cares about them.
Oh!
Ghost hits the apron. Around he goes. Single car accident. No caution comes out. I think Killam got a piece of him on the way through. Another tough break for Killam. Tougher break for Ghost. Good night gone south for Captain Killam. He's going to need a caution to come out to pick the draft back up here in the number 14.
Well, the way these guys have been racing and the way they are racing, I would not be surprised if we get one.
Yeah, they're getting frisky here for the lead. Just about 3 wide. Oh, that's I'm still
Look
trying
at
to
this.
recover.
Nick up to P2.
Nick looking for the lead. Ooh, Kevro.
A little loose.
The rookie, Nick, 23.57 out front here at Atlanta. Power move to the front as these guys are really bunching up behind him. What a gaggle!
Ow.
Sharp clears for second. Got an RKR 1-2. Elite 3-4 with Tommy up to third.
And all that allowed Captain Killen to get the draft back.
Plum up to 5th place, highest he's been tonight, and Captain Killen did in fact get the draft back miraculously.
A lot of these guys we haven't talked too much about up towards the front here. You got Tommy, obviously Nick.
Yeah, Tommy up to 2nd place here. Plum, the highest he's been tonight, he's sitting in 5th.
Plum, Lieutenant Crunch is right there, 7th.
Jim is falling back, Allen's falling back. Kebro falling back. This field has gotten all sorts of
away here, boys.
Yeah, this field has gotten all sorts of shaken up here as Nick has set sail.
It won't be long until they catch him, but I'm pretty impressed with the way the 48's driven tonight. He's been a little aggressive at times, nothing crazy, but he's definitely put himself in the spot to win here.
Yeah, that thing is looking fast.
Pretty impressed with Tommy here in the 19. He's really good at setting up cars, so he's probably made the right adjustments here in stage 3. I'm curious to see if he can hang on here to get a good finish.
Tommy D is taking over the 19 car, vacated by NR Lewis, who moved over to the number 95 for Elite this season. Tommy D fills that number 19 spot. Free agent pickup in the offseason. And they have run down Nick. Just in those couple of laps for that draft. Right now I'm on board with You Already Heard, the bright red Skittles number 18. Still weird seeing him out of the 1 car. He was in the 1 car for so long.
As a Kyle Busch fan, that Skittles paint scheme is good luck, so I'm hoping that it brings a little good luck to the Elite boys tonight.
I'm a big fan of that zombie Skittles car, the silver one.
It is
love that car. As Nick really drove the high lane there in turn 1, allowed Sharp to get underneath there for the lead, and the field has jumbled up again.
I'm at a couple guys shot high there. That was really weird looking.
I tell you, I think NR Lewis gets the award for passing the most cars tonight. My goodness, he's back up to 4th already, looking fast in the 95 car.
He's just got to be conservative getting on pit lane this time here in the final stage tonight. As he is back up to 4th place, Lieutenant Crunch up to 5th. As Captain Killen is indeed on the lead lap.
I was just going to check that.
Yeah, he is on the lead lap. Let's see if he can race his way back up through like Lewis has done. They've kind of settled down here. A lot of single car stuff now. Sharp out front with his RKR teammate right behind him. Still followed by a couple of elite guys. Big Jim back up to 5th place in the number 3.
Jim is showing a lot of speed tonight. I'm not sure if Atlanta's one of his better tracks or not, but he's definitely been up front a lot tonight. It's been pretty impressive to see the 3. I know it's weird not seeing him in the 11 car as well.
Yeah, he's Denny Hamlin is by far his favorite driver, and he drives that 11 car as much as he can, but he's kind of abandoned in elite racing.
He has. I do want to make note, though, he did actually win a championship in another league just last night. With the 11 car. Custom car, but
that league is now over with, so Jim is not running the 11 car in any current league right now.
I'll be honest, the 11 probably has the worst paint schemes of any NASCAR Cup car, though. So.
It's got 10 of the same paint scheme.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't blame you for switching cars.
That 3 car's got some nice ones. As you already heard, he's gotten around Nick for 2nd. Jim is going to follow him through here. Lieutenant Crunch is going to follow him. He'll be the highest he's been tonight. No, he lets his teammate back in. So Crunch is going to slot into 5th. So we've still got a big group of drivers right here.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was just thinking, boys. We're in stage 3 right now. This is the most packed I think I've seen the front pack be of all race. We've got 12 guys here within a shot of the lead.
Yeah, we've got 11 of them, I believe, here in the front group. 5.
Yeah, it looks like 11 of them. Yep.
Right now, it's still anybody's race. A couple of them have fallen off. Ball Stick has fallen off. Ghost is out of the draft as well. There's Ball Stick in the real tree number 8. Great paint scheme. And TK did blow a motor early on. One person I haven't mentioned tonight, Jag Boy had some PlayStation problems. Was not able to make the start of this race. He really disappointed about that. Hope he gets those issues fixed, so we'll see him next time out.
Unfortunately, the wall a little bit there off too.
Unfortunately, he was not able to make the show tonight.
Yeah, it's pretty weird not seeing Kevin Harvick here at Atlanta. It's pretty,
Pretty good.
Yeah, Jag Boy's all excited to run that car too this season, taking over from Draven.
That's still early on. He's got a lot of time left to get that car back up in the playoff position. So if you're going to have problems, have him here early on.
Oh, yeah.
Tommy looking under Nick here for 5th place.
He's going to get that spot.
Yeah, he got back in line. Yeah, Nick got back in line in 6th there, just in front of the 24.
As I'm looking at that 24 Lieutenant Crunch, I just want to shout out our sponsor for the season, JDCNC. Thank you for coming on board. They're based out of Pennsylvania. They do laser printing and sublimation and things like that. Give them a check on Facebook. They just created a new website, so go ahead and check them out. All sorts of personalized, customized items, including Captain Killen's couple of personally engraved beer mugs for winning the Daytona 500 this season. JDCNC.
I'm not gonna lie, I really wanted one of those mugs when I was in the Truck Series at Daytona. But
yeah,
it's hard to win a race when you got 5-on-1. I was trying my best, but nothing I could do.
Yeah, you tried your dangest. You defended about as good as you could. Definitely a fun race to watch, the season opener at Daytona. This right here is the start of a big week in motorsports. NASCAR is returning this week. Clash is tomorrow night. I believe qualifying is Wednesday. You got the duels Thursday. Trucks Friday, Xfinity Saturday, and the 500 on Sunday. Big week of motorsports here for NASCAR, and I'm pretty excited for Daytona this week.
You know, Gator, I'm excited to have these babies, right? My wife's pregnant with twins, but I'm pretty ticked because she set up this class we have to go to on Thursday night at the same time as the duels. So I'm a little disappointed with that decision, but
I guess you're gonna have to DVR it.
I'm gonna give you a little bit of a hint. Develop a little bit of a fake cough. Say you got a cold, which nowadays means you might have COVID.
No. What you're going to have to do is you're going to have to find a live stream on your cellular device and just put it on mute and watch that during the class.
Yeah, that might be an option.
I mean, you're going to have to do it discreetly and covertly because if she finds out, she's going to be big mad.
I mean, if Kyle Busch wins the race, there's not going to be anything discreet about it. I can promise you that.
You're just going to stand up in the middle of the class and start screaming.
Being the only Kyle Busch fan in the whole league, I got to represent,
Yeah, I hear you. I think Jim's the only Hamlin fan, and everybody else between you and Kyle Busch and Jim and Hamlin, I think everybody else is just about a Chase Elliott fan, and it nauseates me.
I wouldn't say that. I don't, Gator. We don't even know who your favorite driver is. You don't say it.
Swamp's favorite driver is whoever drives for the 43. It doesn't matter who it is, whether they have talent or not.
Absolutely.
I will say that 43 Eric Jones paint scheme is by far the best car in the field. The best looking car in the field.
I'm gonna have to buy that diecast. That looks sexy.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pre-order that too. That might be a move here after this race.
I always wait on the diecast. I'd like to see if they're gonna win. Get that race win diecast.
That's true. I actually ordered the Zombie Skittles car, Kyle Busch, and they ended up winning Texas. So I was like, I canceled that one and ordered the race win version. So autograph too, by the way.
There you go.
Speaking of diecast, I've always told Big Jim that if he was able to win the championship in the North American eRacing League, I would gift him my signed Denny Hamlin rookie car as his trophy.
No wonder he's driving so hard, Gator. You give him incentive.
I'm gonna need a picture of that after this race.
I gotta go dig it out of the closet.
Oh, you don't gotta do that.
It's still pristine in the box. Never been opened.
Oh.
Other than when he signed it.
Damn.
As we are approaching pit stops here, 80 lap. And with these guys so bunched up together, it could be a cluster.
Well, we're 2 for 2 on having problems on pit stops, and I would have to guess that we're going to have more here.
They're going to have to pit this time.
Hurd hits the apron. I'm expecting to see some signals. Sharp signaling.
Oh, yeah.
Looks like half are signaling, half are staying out.
Looking at Kevbro's screen here.
Oh, they're getting jumbled. Here comes a wreck. Captain Killam involved. Kevbro around.
Big wreck.
Big wreck coming to the pits. Did not bring out a caution. Captain Killam got involved in another one. He's still sitting on the inside of turn 4 in the grass. Being all jumbled up like that, trying to hit the pits. Just had a feeling bad things were going to happen, and they did. Big accident.
Looked like Kevbro got on the apron just a little bit, but definitely some damage for these guys. That's gonna make this field a little less packed.
Lewis gets on pit road safely this time.
Yeah, some of those guys looked like some guys were slowing down early. Some guys were, middle lane slowing down. Just got ran over from behind.
RKR coming out here. Sharp, Nick, Crunch. Tommy D right behind them. It's going to be your lead group coming out of the pits, I believe. Looks like you already heard. I don't know if he came in a lap later or if he got a speeding penalty. He's coming out really late.
He got spun around there.
You already heard was spun around?
Oh, no, not him. My bad. Thought he might have had some damage, though, from that.
Yeah. You already heard. Tough break for him. He's had a competitive car all night. There's Plum, Allen, and Lewis come off the pits. They're going to be quite a ways behind the front group.
Yeah, I don't even think Big Jim's going to catch this front group.
As those RKR boys got on and off pit road really well, along with Tommy D, and they're going to have a big gap over the rest of the field. This is looking pretty for RKR. Can they make it to the end from here, though? I need to find out how many laps are left here on Kev Bro's stream once it comes around. See if they can make it. But a tough break for a lot of drivers there coming to the pits.
Looks like 25 to go here, Gator.
That's right on the limit.
Sharp just crossed at 24 to go right here.
Yep, that's right on the limit. Especially for these RKR boys who pitted the lap earlier.
Yeah, it looks like You Already Heard got a speeding penalty there. He's actually running 11th, 7.2 seconds behind Kebro. So looks like a couple guys got some speeding penalties, some tough breaks here.
Nick hits the apron. Ducked back down in front of his teammate. Tommy D looking to split up these RKR boys, this trio up front. Oh, Sharp either got loose or a little bit of a twitch there. Jim trying hard to run these guys down by himself. Crunch hits the apron. Jim will run them down if they keep doing that.
Yeah, if they keep getting side by side here, log Jim right back into it. And he's got a lot fresher tires than these guys as well.
Jim is catching them. Nick still your leader, followed by Crunch, Sharp, Tommy D, Jim trying to run him down. Tommy D is lagged off just a little bit. Can Jim get that hint of draft that he needs to catch him? He's right on the verge. Oh, Nick's going to pull out. Lieutenant Crunch is going to take the lead. So the 24 car to the front of this field for the first time tonight, followed by his teammate Sharp. And with these guys racing, Jim is loving it.
Hey, he's got their draft.
Yeah, that's going to get Jim in this battle. He is there. So Big Jim by himself has run down these 4 cars. But how much of his tire wear and car did he use up trying to get here?
You know, if I'm Jim here, I know that I pitted a lap later. I don't know. I mean, should you make a move now, or should you just kind of ride behind these guys and save a little bit of tire and fuel?
Well, he's going to get past Nick pretty easily here, but if it was me, I'd kind of just ride. But with these guys making mistakes, Jim's going to come all the way up through for second place, just like that. As Tommy D uses draft to get back in front of Jim, but Jim up to third already, splitting this front group in half.
On my screen, Tommy D's car is absolutely destroyed. I don't know if he fixed damage or what, but I think he was part of that wreck getting on pit road.
Yeah, his car's destroyed on my screen too.
He's got a little bit of damage there, yeah. But I'm sure it's been repaired.
Oh!
Hasn't shown up yet. So Sharp tries to side draft a little bit and misjudged. We're in the final stint here tonight, coming down to the end of these things here at Atlanta Motor Speedway, the Cup Series. Folds Mono Quick Trip 500.
That great car. To the lead goes Big Jim.
Yeah, Big Jim all the way to the front now. Impressive that he ran those guys down and passed them all within a couple laps.
Yeah, he didn't waste any time getting around them.
Makes me think that these RKR guys are right on the limit of whether they can make it or not, so they just kind of want to ride. Second race of the season here for the NARL Cup Series. They'll be heading to Texas next on Thursday night.
Woohoo.
Swamp and I will be heading to Texas on Wednesday night in the Xfinity Series.
Can't wait for Texas tomorrow night. That's going to be fun.
Woohoo. Texas. Ooh.
Woo!
It's one of the tougher tracks in the game, I think.
What are your prospects tomorrow night for Texas, Mason? Got a good truck?
Oh yeah, we're ready. Just gotta, you know, there's gonna be some wrecks just because turn 2 and turn 4 get a little wild. But,
well, turn 4 it's a doozy.
Yeah. So my plan is to win the pole and win every stage. So that's my plan. My plan is to stay out front.
We affectionately call turn 4 the Texas Bite here in the North American eRacing League.
Yeah,
we'll be referred to that tomorrow.
No, I think we'll be pretty prepared on the elite side for trucks. Xfinity looks pretty good too. So.
Okay.
next couple nights we should be pretty decent. Thursday night though, I feel sorry for these boys. They have to race during the duels. Well, maybe some of the duels. I don't know.
Duel 1 should be over with. Duel 2 will almost be over with.
But then again, I'd rather be racing than in a baby class. So you know.
Yeah, that's true. Yay for baby classes. We're gonna show you how to breastfeed. You know how to hold
that's a couple weeks from now, Gator. That's
how
a
to
couple
hold
weeks
the
from
bottle and how to cradle the baby's head. Oh man.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun, man. I'm gonna have a blast.
You're just gonna have to send it, man.
we actually did find out that we're having a boy and a girl, so we have two. We have one of each, so that's pretty cool.
Well, it sounds like since you got a boy and a girl that you're done after that. You got one of each. Don't need to try for anything else.
You better believe it. That's it for me. I'm gonna go get stitched up. That's it.
Got one of each. Don't need to try for anything else.
No.
Well, I got one girl, so I've always sworn I don't want any more kids, but if it happens, it happens. And I would prefer a boy this time around. I don't plan on any more kids, so we'll see. Anyways, we're getting down to the end of things here. These guys should be coming around to 10 to go.
Pretty impressed here with this front five, man. They've been, they haven't been too aggressive to where they lost time or anything. Really impressed with Jim and Tommy. Tommy's car looks destroyed on my screen. I don't know if it's fixed or not, but Jim definitely has the advantage here slightly. He might have a few percentage on each of the 4 tires. I think he might have pitted a lap later. But definitely impressed with RKR as well. These boys showed up tonight and capitalized on some mistakes from some others.
Yeah, Tommy and Crunch, they kind of came out of nowhere this race. They weren't really factors early on, and Jim, impressive catching the draft and then just rolling with it.
RKR, their Cup Series program last season was just really off their game. Neither of them made the playoffs. Crunch being a former champion himself, just a big disappointing season there. Big letdown. But they have come out this season, season 4, all cylinders firing. They brought over Sharp from Pure and signed Nick to their Cup roster, and it seems to have helped and rejuvenated the RKR boys, as all 3 of them that are still in this race are in the top 5 in this lead group with a chance to win.
Looking at Kevbro's screen, he's right on the limit for fuel, so I don't know how these front boys are going to do on fuel. It's going to be close, guys.
This front group, we've got 5 of them here. Second group is led by LD Allen. He's got Plumby's Pipes and NR Lewis in tow, 6th, 7th, and 8th. They're a few seconds behind this group. So still solid runs for those boys. Not in contention for the win anymore, unless something miraculous happens, but still a solid run for each of them.
Yeah, and maybe that's why we saw these RKR cars strapped to the back.
Save some fuel
Behind
and tires.
Jim and Tommy, tried to save some tires and fuel.
Coming out of turn 4. Yet another lap gets ticked away. Count in just a second. Should be around 6 or 7 to go.
Looks like 6 to go here, Gator.
Yep, indeed, it is 6 to go. They'll be coming to 5 this time by. Tommy D slides up. Crunch is going to take second. Sharp also slides. Sharp into the wall.
Sharp in the fence. Yeah.
I don't know what happened
there pretty hard.
Don't know what happened to him there, but that's going to end any shot he has, unless these guys start racing here pretty quickly.
Yeah, I can confirm Jim is a lap to the good on fuel and tires. He's good to go.
Okay, these boys will be coming to 4 to go as Jim tried to break the draft there, going into 3.
And he's good by a lap, exactly 1 lap, so that waiting one more lap and pitting late.
4 to go. Who's going to get it done? Got 4 drivers right now trying to get a win. 2 of them trying to get their first Cup win. Tommy D and Nick, both rookies looking for their first win. Crunch, a former champion. Jim, a multi-time winner. 3 to go at the line. Tommy D gets loose. Nick looks to the high side. Not going to work for Nick. Crunch to the high side, trying to get around Jim. They'll be looking at 2 to go. Crunch is all over him. Makes a little mistake. Now he's going to have a good run here. Coming down the back straightaway, I believe. Oh no, Tommy D's going to get underneath.
Ooh,
Oh,
Nick
Crunch
shot
into the
Tommy.
wall.
Nick shot Tommy into Crunch right there.
Did Crunch blow a tire?
I don't know if he blew a tire or it looked like Nick got into the quarter panel of the 19, which shot him into the 24 there on corner
It's a
entry.
tough break, but we're coming to 1 to go here. Big Jim out front. Can Tommy D catch him? Is that it?
Man, he's got.
That might have been it. Were we a lap behind on the stream?
It looks like it.
Or
Yeah.
was there a caution come out?
I don't see anybody around.
Nope, that's it, Gator.
That's weird. Okay.
Big Jim.
Big Jim is your winner. Tommy D comes home second place. Nick with a solid top 3. Looks like Sharp is going to bring it home for 4th. And Crunch might have got 5th. Not sure. Yeah, Kevbro Stream was really far behind. Really far behind. But anyways, Big Jim with his first win of the season. Swamp, if you want to get our winner in here.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That way I don't have to blue screen. Since parties, you can now, anybody get an invite.
Which is
Anybody can
nice,
add.
but-
That's a plus, but it's still a pain.
Yes, big pain.
Yeah,
Big
so
pain.
it looks like your top 10 were Big Jim, Tommy D, Nick, Sharp, Lieutenant Crunch in 5th, NR Lewis 6th, LD Allen 7th, Plum D's Pipes 8th, You Already Heard 9th, and Captain Killam in 10th, and I think Kevbro might have been 11th there.
Yeah, he was right behind Killam. As we are now joined by our race winner here tonight, Big Jim. What a way to come back to the NARL full-time this season. It didn't take you long to find victory lane. How you feeling, and how'd you get it done here tonight at Atlanta?
I'm feeling pumped, Gator. I'm absolutely pumped. This was a track last season where I felt like I had a good car to at least put myself in the conversation, and I got caught up in some pit road trouble. It feels good being on the other side of that this time.
Well, it was quite the trouble coming to pit lane for a lot of guys there on that final stop. The whole field was clustered up together, and mistakes were made, and half the field got taken out. It seemed like you just found yourself in the right spot at the right time, and you came out a little bit behind that group of 4. How were you able to run them down by yourself?
If I'm going to be honest, I think they were probably saving at the beginning of that run because they came down a lap earlier than me. I came across the line with about 11% to the finish. So they were probably down around 5-6%. Usually the car gets really, really greasy there. So I think they were probably saving, and I was also pushed it for all it was worth. I mean, the extra tires, it was just enough to keep me up there with them. So I think the strategy worked.
Worked to perfection there as you were able to run those guys down. You now have 2 top 5s to start out this season, finishing 4th in the 500. And now you're picking up a win and 5 playoff points here. You're off to a great start this season. How'd you get this momentum, and is this going to be able to propel you forward in your hunt for a championship?
I certainly hope so, man. I mean, I will say I won't mention leagues because I don't think I'm allowed to do that here, but I did win a championship in another league, and it
You
gave
did.
me a lot of momentum. And I mean, there's a thing with the momentum, and it does transfer from other leagues. And I feel like since I take my time to do about 5,000 of them, if I do well in them, it transfers over to NARL.
It did. Jim just Sunday night won a championship over in Winter, and has now found all that momentum and kind of looking like max boost here early on
No, I
this
wouldn't go
season.
that far. I would not go that far.
Well, in the booth with me tonight, I got a Decent House and Swamp Fox. I'll let Decent go first. Decent, what kind of questions you got for Jim tonight?
Hey Jim, congrats, buddy. That was quite a drive. You were running, I think, fourth or fifth there, and you were able to get by all those guys. Whether it be more fuel, more tires, whatever, that's still tough to do. I mean, so congrats on that. Congrats on the W. My question for you is, what were you thinking? On that final pit stop when everybody was scattered for position trying to get on pit road. You had some wrecks here and there. I think Kebro might have got spun around, and there was some crazy action going on. So my question is, what was your strategy maybe to get that extra lap ahead of those guys, so that way you didn't have to pit with all that madness. You could wait wait an extra lap.
Yeah, so many fast pieces got taken up by that crash. You already heard Captain Killam. Those were tough guys to beat. Sharp, I think, was involved in those. But yeah, my strategy was I have a wheel, so it lets me save tires just a little bit more than those guys with controllers. As unfair as that is, I have to take advantage of it. I saved as much as I could to run that extra lap. I was determined not to do what I did last season and get punted by Sharp and Joe. So came in when there was nobody behind me. Felt that was probably the better feeling than winning the race, to be honest.
I hear you, buddy. Well, congratulations. Race 2, long season. What can you take from this win? Maybe put it towards additional mile and a halves, or just looking ahead at the playoffs. You have quite a few mile and a halves. You were good here. This track's a little bit different as far as draft and strategy compared to maybe some others. Others might get a little more scattered out. So what can you take from this race towards the future?
Basically bomb feed. Like that's the main objective at these 1.5 milers, and definitely at Atlanta. I mean, you have an outside at Chicago, you have an outside at Charlotte. Not many 1.5 milers. Everyone's just kind of running the train there on the bottom. So didn't really learn much. I just feel like I got kind of lucky tonight. The strategy definitely played in my favor, but in terms of learning anything, it's really just a crapshoot, the 1.5 milers. I'll just have to see what I can do there.
All right. Well, I know you're a Denny Hamlin fan. I know you're going for 3 in a row. But how about you share one with the Kyle Busch fans? Come on now, let's get a Daytona 500 for Kyle Busch. I think he deserves it. So good.
I would agree with you.
Good race tonight, and good luck the rest of the season. I don't know how much more I'll be in the booth, but it was fun calling tonight's race.
I appreciate it, man.
Swamp, any questions for Jim?
Yeah, Jim, congrats on the dub tonight. I told you earlier I'd hope to be interviewing one guy from the party, and I am. You doubted it. But I know we talked about the whole momentum thing and this and that, and I guess you already kind of touched on a little bit with Decent's question, but just what kind of momentum and confidence does this give you going into Texas, a track that's almost identical?
For Texas, maybe not so much, but looking down the road courses and short tracks, I look forward to those. Again, with the 1.5 milers, it's just really whoever's the luckiest who can hold the inside the best at the end. But I mean, put yourself in position. It's basically the main thing I've got to do. Hopefully that momentum transfers. I've been on a little bit of a hot streak lately, so hopefully it transfers. By the way, did you ever watch Sloppy Joe's race?
I watched the first one and it got trolled a lot.
That's exactly what I was going to point out. You should be glad you were not in that thing.
Oh.
Well, he actually sent me an invite during the league race. I said, nah, bro, I'm good. It was a troll fest.
Anyways, congratulations, Jim, picking up your first win of the season. Love seeing that 3-car back in victory lane. So, anybody you want to shout out before we let you head on out of here?
Oh, for sure. I definitely want to shout out the team, F76M. Got our first cup win, technically first points paying cup win, but we were close with Alan last week. Also want to shout out you guys in the booth for taking time of the night to commentate the race. I always love watching them back. And finally, I want to shout out Mr. Williams and all the guys in that party. Mr. Williams was relaying info to me a little bit, even though he's part of the TJR camp. We got major respect for one another, and he was telling me if there was a run coming from Crunch or a run coming from Tommy that I needed to break the draft or anything. So shout out to him as well.
All right, well, there you have it, your race winner here tonight at Atlanta. Big Jim, we will see you at Texas on Thursday. Good job.
I appreciate it, guys. Y'all have a good one.
If you guys want to go ahead and add our runner-up in here, Tommy D, see if he wants to give us an interview tonight. I'll go find his car. Let's see here. Which one did he run? There it is. As we await Tommy D to get in the party tonight. Great job from him yet again in the Cup Series. He's made 3 starts in the Cup Series and has finished second twice. So he's off to a great start early on in his NARL Cup Series career. Looking to get him to join the party.
I think he might have gotten offline.
I don't know. I know how those elite boys are at Decent House. They like to show offline a lot.
I know Tommy's got to get up early. He's got to head to Daytona for the Busch Clash tomorrow.
All right.
So I don't know. He might not be online.
Well, let's see. Who was
He's offline on my screen.
Who was third? Third was Nick.
Yeah,
I'll
Nick.
go ahead and send Nick an invite. See if he's got anything to say.
He normally has quite a bit to say.
That is true.
I mean, not trying to be rude, but he's not shy of words or to back down from anybody.
Absolutely not. As we'll try to get our third place finisher Nick into the party chat here for a post-race interview.
He might add to the swear jar.
Possible. We didn't add to it tonight. I'm usually pretty good about it, about not adding to it, but it is for charity. It is for charity this year. We're sending it off to a foundation. Every time we swear, we add it to the swear jar. Williams is taking collections, and he added a whole bunch last week for the 500. So
Williams is leading. He is not taking collections.
maybe once this season I'll have to donate to the swear jar, but not tonight. So wait to see if Nick joins the party here. Did you send him an invite?
Oh, I thought you were going to.
Oh no.
Well, it might be.
sounds-
Let me go
That's
find
fine.
him.
I'll go.
I
I'll
thought
go
like-
blue screen.
Sounds
blue
like sounds like Sharp was taking credit for the incident with the pit road there. It sounds like he ran out of gas, according to the chat.
Okay, well I'm gonna go blue screen here for just a second. I'll
I just sent him one. Don't worry about it. I got it.
all right. Swamp has sent him one.
2357, correct?
Yep.
All right.
Has Sharp ran out of gas? That's interesting. Really stretched it to the limit there. Almost had to split the final stage right in half. Nick using up that throwback car early on. You know, I wasn't a big fan of that car when I first saw it, but it's kind of grown on me now.
I don't like how it looks, but I like what it represents.
Yeah. It's kind of grown on me.
Just like those two colors should not go together.
You're absolutely right. They shouldn't, but it's still not a bad looking car. Doesn't look like Nick's going to be joining us, so I think we'll go ahead and just move on. This week in the NARL, we are going to Texas Motor Speedway the next 3 nights. We've got the Truck Series on Tuesday, the Xfinity Series on Wednesday, and our Cup Series will be back in action on Thursday, all at Texas Motor Speedway. First mile and a half of the season for the Trucks and Xfinity guys. So we'll see how they are able to adjust from the high banks, fast pace of Daytona. Decent House, you said you got a pretty good truck for tomorrow night. Anything else to look out for?
Oh, Texas is a tough track, man. It's you got one set of corners that are different than the other two, and then you've got a glitch in 3 and 4 that doesn't help matters any. So, I'm looking for some potential early accidents until the guys get a little bit of setups in,
right.
As far as tire pressure and wedge adjustments. But I know that Team Elite's going to be ready, but I think it's going to be a fun race. Texas is as Eddie Gossage always says, go big or go home at Texas. So that's what we're going to do.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to watch how quickly these guys can adapt to racing around each other at a different style racetrack. So I'll definitely be intrigued on that, and I will be in the booth tomorrow night. Swamp, how you feeling about Wednesday night in the Xfinity Series for Texas?
I feel like it's gonna be a lot of short runs.
A lot of short runs.
Demolition Derby. I mean, decent nailed it. It's a tough track.
Yeah, for sure.
And a lot of guys, you're racing around a lot of guys that you haven't raced around yet. So, but we'll see. I could always be wrong. I'm wrong a lot, so I hope I'm wrong about that.
Yep, guess we'll find out. It's Texas week here in the NARL starting tomorrow. Make sure you guys tune in. It is sure to be a couple of good races here in the next few days. So congratulations again to Big Jim, your winner here this evening. First win of the season, first win in that 3-car. So good job to him. For anybody else who wants to tune in, we will be back tomorrow night, same time, 8:45 p.m. I'll be back in the booth for the Gander RV and Outdoors Truck Series at Texas Motor Speedway. So for Swamp Fox, for Decent House, my name is Gator Mike. To all my gnarly ones out there, we hope you enjoyed the race tonight, and we'll catch you next time. Stay safe.